us whenever you're ready. You're probably ready.
I'm ready.
You're probably ready.
I'm ready.
I mean,
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
all right. Well, on that note. Hello, everybody. It's the Backstreet Boys Podcast with your hosty hosts, Zack and
Alex.
There we go. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I found my microphone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Your microphone's working now. So.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Back at it again to attack
Ooh, we're gonna attack
another podcast.
another podcast. Podcast number 4, dude. We're almost at number 5. Oh
No,
my
that's
God,
crazy.
that's a big milestone.
It is.
Oh my God. What are we gonna do to celebrate the 5th one? We gotta go.
We could probably record another podcast.
Oh my God, that would be such a great idea.
Right.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about
Wild.
that. That is wild. Anyways, what did we even talk about last time?
Well, really, last time we didn't have a set plan.
Yeah,
So we kind of just went off the top of our heads and talked about different things.
it's usually most of the time so far.
Yeah. I know last time we talked about my enthusiasm level a lot. That
Oh
was one
yeah,
thing.
yeah, because John criticized you.
Yeah, but we got past it.
Yeah, it's
And
all
now,
good.
Now we're enthusiastic.
Woo!
Always.
Yeah, I listed you on there as Alex the Vibrant because
There we go.
in the podcast. I don't know if you watched it, but, because you're a fake fan.
I was there when it was written.
That's fair. You know what? You were the original viewer. But I was there too. So, anyways,
Today should be a little bit more of we have some set topics today, so.
Yeah. I mean, I think what we were gonna do is we're just gonna kind of like go over like some just for funsies. We're gonna ask some questions and hopefully they produce some interesting back and forth. I guess we'll see.
Should be fun.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if I even like these ones anymore.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like, I got like this thing here.
Okay.
And I can still ask those ones on there. I mean, if they're not good, I mean, I just don't put it in.
All right, so this has been a good podcast, guys. Good to talk to you.
Yeah. No, this has been fantastic. So this is what it's like to wing it if I end up leaving any parts of our wingingness in here.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really winging it this time, though. If someone were to write the story of Alex, would you be the hero of that story or would you be the villain?
I believe I'd be the hero.
You'd be the hero? I think we all think we would be the hero.
I mean, I don't see why I'd be a villain. I haven't done anything to wrong people directly. I mean,
That's true.
I mean, I try to always help people out.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I'm an Eagle Scout. What do you expect?
You're an
from me?
Eagle Scout.
I am an Eagle Scout.
Ooh.
What do you expect from me? I'm a hero.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if you were a hero or a villain.
I mean, I always help people.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't intentionally try to, hurt people or.
Indicating that you do.
I don't intentionally try to.
I don't
I
intentionally.
mean, people take things the wrong way all the time, but
Oh yeah.
especially at work. But I'll be talking to people like I was just telling you earlier. I think I might have not told you, but I was talking to somebody and I was explaining their question in my own like terminology of what I've experienced. They were asking about some paint and how it worked, and I told them exactly what I think, and they told me I was basically mansplaining it to them. And I was just like, all right. And so Sam, the other guy there, he did the same thing, and then they said the same thing, and he was like, all right, figure it out on your own.
Oh.
And so he just walked off. I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, we didn't end up helping that person, but
Wow.
I guess
So I guess
I don't think that makes you a villain though.
it makes you a villain of their story.
It makes me a villain in their eyes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm a villain in a lot of people's eyes, but
I think everybody's probably a villain in somebody's eyes.
yeah,
I know I am.
yeah, I know I am as well. I mean,
Yeah.
not a villain per se, just a disliked person in some people's eyes.
Yeah.
I don't see why.
I don't know. I just felt like asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Do I think I'm a hero or a villain?
You're right.
I think I am. I
Third class. Anti-hero.
definitely.
Anti-hero?
Ooh, I didn't even think about anti-hero.
Right? Like,
Ooh. Didn't even. Ooh. I don't know. I think I would like to be the hero, but I think deep down I could just as easily be the villain.
why is that?
Well, see, I've thought about our world, our state of the world, and ways to better it. And then, sometimes I just think maybe certain ways I would go about things some people wouldn't like, but
You're never going to be everybody's favorite person, so, I mean, no matter what you think.
So I can be a tyrant?
I mean, that's a little different.
Okay, I guess
you'll have a lot of people that don't like you, but you'll also have a lot of people that do.
That's right. I mean,
Look at Germany.
A lot of people loved Hitler.
That's exactly what I was alluding to.
Yeah.
Look at Germany. I mean, they thought they were the good guys.
They did.
I mean, I would assume I wasn't there.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was watching. Like,
were you there?
Were you there? Yeah, I'm working on that Johnny Depp video. It's fucking I love that. The whole trial.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you were a tyrant,
If
if you were a tyrant, I feel like you'd go down as a villain.
I mean, I guess so. Unless you like reign supreme overall and like you aren't ever thwarted. I mean, then the history books are written in this.
That's right.
In a
History
positive
is
light.
written by the victor.
That's right.
So that's why, in the World War II ages, people probably thought the Americans were, the devil,
Yeah.
for taking down their. Well, I guess Hitler kind of took down himself, but
Right.
like we took down, the World War II and all that stuff, and so history is told by the victor. That's what I really like, that quote, because it's like you say, whoever wins is they're going to be known as the good guys to whoever, the future. So.
Yeah, like how do they? I can't remember how they teach us here in America about what we've done to those Indians.
Not much.
Yeah,
Not
I
much.
feel like they just briefly go over.
They go
it.
over like how we were the Pilgrims and we came over and had a great Thanksgiving with all of them, and all that
Mhm.
stuff. But they don't tell you. I mean, they tell you a little bit about the Trail of Tears and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of like a minimal explanation unless you actually look into it on your own. Like in public schools, at least in my experience, they don't tell you much about it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Anyways, I guess we'll get off Hitler and genocide for a little bit.
So.
The
Do you
attempted
really
genocide.
answer me? Or are you going to be the villain or the?
Oh, I think I am the hero.
Okay, that's fair.
It's very vain to say though. But
It is, but I mean, if you have any doubts about why you think you wouldn't be the hero, that's something you could change.
It's true.
Just a self-reflection thing.
You're right. I mean, you gotta grow to
Right.
to remain the hero.
That's right.
Speaking of growth, does suffering promote growth?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know if I can answer that because I haven't suffered very much in my life.
Right.
Truthfully, I haven't.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we
really,
need
I
to get
mean,
on this.
I guess like relationship-wise, you can technically suffer from something like that, and I believe yes, it makes you grow a lot because in that form, I guess you could say suffer. It's not really like a suffering thing, like it's not that big of a deal
Right.
in the grand scheme of things. But you get emotionally hurt by it, and then you grow past it.
There's all sorts
basically.
of different types of suffering.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, in my opinion, yes, I think suffering causes growth,
I
no
think
matter
so.
what the situation is, because you live and you learn, and then you get over it,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't.
Right.
Some people don't.
Some
but
people definitely don't, and then they keep going in circles in their life. And
Exactly, and then in that situation, if you can't live, learn, and then grow, then obviously there's no growth from suffering. Because if you just basically, they will live and they'll keep living it over and over again. They don't learn. So you live and you live, but you don't grow. But if you live and you learn, then you'll grow.
Damn.
Deep.
Deep. The deep. Oh man. Have you ever thought like, what does a feeling feel like?
Well, they all feel different, in my opinion.
Do they?
I know one feeling that you really can like sense and feel is if like you're anticipating something that's gonna like scare you, something like that. Like not like scare you, like scare you, but like say you're expecting bad news.
Right.
You just have a feeling in your stomach, and you're like say so like I have something bad to tell you, and they're texting you, and you're waiting for them to respond. They're typing it out.
Nervous anxiety.
The nerve, yeah. You just feel it. Your chest gets tight, and your stomach drops, and you're like, oh my god, what are they gonna say?
Yeah.
And majority of the time, it's not as bad as you think it's gonna be in your head, but that's a really bad feeling to me. I mean, that's like the worst feeling I know.
What's the best feeling you know?
Well, just happiness, of course.
Happiness,
joy.
Of course.
Yeah,
Joy to the world.
Joy to the world. That's
what does that feel like to you?
To me, happiness. Well, happiness to me is you walk outside and you think, man, it's gonna be a great day. I think that most days you walk outside. Some days are bad, but most days are good. You walk outside and you're like, I could do this in the day. So I try to get an agenda of what I'm gonna do that day, and I get kind of excited for it. Like I'm gonna build a fence today. I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna all this stuff, And then you're like, all right, I'm gonna try to get this done. And if I don't, then I'm a loser.
Oh, damn. Well, hey,
that's not actually how I think, but like in my head, I'm like, I gotta get this done or else.
Right.
I mean, there's nowhere else, but I mean, so that kind of stuff makes me happy. You got stuff to do.
There you go.
Big plans.
Yeah.
How about you?
What does happiness feel to me? Like, for me?
Yeah.
What does happiness feel like from me? That's a good question. I'll have to table that. Well, look. We ain't. I mean, besides the questions, doing the depressingness, setting that up, I'm not gonna do that myself. But I will say, you got that depression, so that makes the happiness a little tougher. But I don't know. I mean, like right now, I feel very happy. Probably one of the more happier moments I've ever really experienced. Because just someone I've met and that I'm talking to.
Good.
So I mean, I don't know how to describe that feeling. I mean, I guess I feel more alive and more excited and thrilled and more energetic and like I can do more. So I don't know. So I guess that's what happiness is. How it feels to me. I guess.
I guess another way, not to interrupt you, but another way I could explain happiness is really just being with family.
Yeah.
Especially like close family. Just being around them and spending time with them and making memories. Because the way I think of it is, if I get an opportunity to be with family, I don't like to miss it because you never know if you're going to get another opportunity.
It's true.
So because nothing's guaranteed.
Tomorrow is never promised.
Exactly. So sometimes I don't go. If I'm offered to go, but I try to every chance I possibly get because memories have no value to them. So it's worth making memories no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what you do, spend time with your families.
God damn, this has been deep so far.
I know.
Shit.
Title this the emotional podcast.
Yeah, the last one was Emotional Fairy. This one, Emotional Podcast. Yeah.
Backstreet Boys, You Are My Fire. We should move on to the next question.
What if we found live dinosaurs living on a remote island?
I just watched a movie about dinosaurs.
Oh,
yesterday.
did ya?
Watched the new Jurassic World.
And how'd you feel about it?
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was mid.
It was mid.
It was just. I like the last Jurassic World better, and I liked the original.
I liked it.
I like the original Jurassic Parks personally, but this one was just okay. It was.
I haven't seen this one, but.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be missing much if you waited for it to come out on DVD.
Yeah. I was excited to see like everybody from the Jurassic Park movies come in.
Yeah. It was okay. It was
Damn.
Good. They just this is a quote from my dad too. He just was like, they wanted everybody to have their own screen time, from the original ones and stuff like that. So they kind of just packed everything into little sections, and so it was just okay.
Well, they did the whole thing off on the wrong foot. It should like basically at least the premise that they set up with at the end of the I mean, for what the premise seems like for this third one anyways, I feel like that should have been what Jurassic World was the entire trilogy. Should have just been like a dinosaurs like all over the world and then try to live in that like maybe type of apocalyptic type thing.
Right, yeah, that's
after a couple movies or whatever.
That's kind of what this was a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain it too much,
Right.
but yeah, it was kind of like that, but it's very, very predictable. Like the whole movie, you knew it was gonna happen. Like from one step, you're like, all right, this is what's gonna happen. One step, you saw this is what's gonna happen. So it was just, it was a good movie. Like I wouldn't not see it again. I would see it again for sure. But they just kind of foreshadowed every event that was gonna happen. So.
Yeah.
That was kind of off topic of what the question was. You said if we found dinosaurs on a remote island.
Yeah. How do you think we'd handle it if we found dinosaurs? If we discovered them,
like the government?
just yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, those would be the people, I guess, that would be dealing with them.
I'd say like the government, if they found them right now, well, I feel like they would sort of react like they would have in Jurassic World there and taking them for like studies and stuff like that, and not reacting in their best interests.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of would have messed up the rest of the world, because if you like you can see in the movies, if you bring dinosaurs into an event, an ecosystem like we live in, they don't thrive, and we don't thrive because of them.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, if it ended up anything like Jurassic World, it'd be very chaotic. So
I'm sure it would.
I think it'd be interesting, but I also feel like a lot of people would get hurt and killed.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, dinosaurs.
Obviously,
dinosaurs are seemingly pretty vicious. I mean, I don't think anybody has ever actually seen a dinosaur, from what I can tell.
Probably not.
I mean, like, I could be wrong.
No.
I mean, history is written by the victor, so for all I know, dinosaurs. I mean,
they were the good guys.
They were the good guys, and but they didn't get killed by a volcano. We did that.
Yeah.
All right. They were the first Indians.
Comment.
What did I say?
Volcano.
Oh, tomato.
Okay.
If there's something you could change about our history, what would it be?
Our history.
Anything from history. It could be something so minute.
You don't want to know. No, our history in the United States. Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Him being president.
Yeah, Joe Biden being president. I mean, he just today granted another $1 billion towards the Ukraine war there. So your gas prices are gonna go up to $7 a gallon now.
Dude, seriously, like I saw how much gas I had fucking paid for the other day.
Yep,
Holy shit.
it's ridiculous. I'm trying to think of more like not recent history though. So
right.
I
mean, what's something like huge in history that I guess we would be better off not having experienced? I mean, I guess everything's probably
maybe even the Vietnam conflict there.
Yeah.
Because was it that? No, it was the Vietnam conflict.
Yeah.
That they didn't want us to be there anyways. The people here, because they were all hippies and shit. But when the soldiers came back from that, they were like disrespected heavily. And like they were not respected as veterans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like if that never happened, like people would maybe have more respect for the military. I know now they have respect even for Vietnam veterans, but I know back then they were treated like garbage when they came back, from that kind of war. So, I mean, I really don't. I mean, I'm trying to think of anything that's worse. I mean, obviously there's like slavery and stuff like that.
Yeah. But like
that's slavery still going on in the world today.
Yeah, it's not
just the United States. I mean, it is happening in the United States, but not like that.
Yeah. So. And like I was thinking, because there's a lot of like these big events in history that we learn from them.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you take them out, then we didn't learn something there.
Right.
So
that's very true as well.
But,
like you said,
what did we learn from Vietnam?
They're in the trees.
They're in the trees. Yeah, so.
And so I don't know a whole lot about the Vietnam conflict.
I don't know a whole lot either. I probably should. But.
Yeah, I really
Probably a
just
lot
don't
I
know.
should know about our
Yeah.
history, but whatever. Ooh, if you could have like a chip in your head that like is basically the internet, like it's everything. Like you can just like pop up like the internet. You can be like doing apps and stuff like in your head, like with like all that, and it's like it's easy going, and like everybody considers it like better than like using a phone and all that. You can call people, just be like, hey Chip, call so and so, and you're just on a call talking right now, like we're doing here. Would you do this? Would you put a chip in your head, knowing that I don't know, after I don't know, from seeing movies?
That's a rough one,
isn't it?
because
I
there's
just kind
so
of
much that could go wrong with
Right?
that. Like, I mean, like what if it was like a mind control device, something like that.
that's what I would think about.
I'd say a lot of people would argue like it could be like a tracking device, but what do you think your phone is? Like they can track you on that.
Yeah.
They can track you on anything, like anything that has a digital footprint they can track you on. So
Right.
I mean, a chip in your head, that's a good question, because it'd be very useful, first of all, because I mean, I feel like a lot of I don't know, because I feel like a lot of people they'd come off as a lot smarter than they are, because they could just, ask the chip and they'd know a whole lot,
Yeah.
like that. So it'd give you a big advantage,
Oh,
as
yeah.
far as like if you're interviewing for a job and they ask you a question, and like imagine, say you don't have to say anything, you can just like see it in your head or something like that,
Yeah.
or something like, or that it's, it tells it to you, like that's.
Yeah, and then like in that game, Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
Like they pay just like this, like they put their fingers or something to their like chip or whatever or something, and then payment received.
Yep,
Like,
exactly.
And they just pay like that. So like everything done, and I believe this probably happened at some point, something like this.
Yeah.
I bet. I don't know. I feel like people would be a little bit more comfortable if it wasn't in the head, maybe. But I feel like it have to be.
Probably, but I mean, if you
It
connect
probably
it to
have to
anything
be.
that connects to your brain, then it's the same thing.
Yeah,
So.
I know. So.
I mean, it's a slippery slope there, because it'd be very useful in many, many ways, but
Yeah.
it could also be very dangerous, in the form of control and, like, say something went wrong with it,
Yeah.
and made you, it could screw up your brain forever.
Right.
So, personally, I probably would not do it.
I probably wouldn't either. Just I'd be among those people. Be like, oh well, they're gonna take over.
Yeah.
They're gonna mind control us, or something. I don't know, but
Yeah,
or something's gonna malfunction.
I'd just be too skeptical of it at first to even try it, I think.
Then like kids growing up, they'll be like, oh, it's so cool. I don't know why you're not doing it. And it's it'll be like what the phones are today to our grandparents.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I don't know why you use those things. Or,
Right.
I don't know how you use those things. And then everybody's just using the chips in their head.
I'm not hip with this technology.
Not hip with it, all right? Back in my day, we had our phones in our hands, all right?
We had iPhones, all right.
We had
didn't have-
iPhones.
we didn't have headphones.
You weren't the phone.
We had headphones.
Headphones. That's funny.
Well, that's an interesting topic.
Yeah. If you accidentally ran someone over with your car, but no one saw, would you turn yourself in or would you keep driving? Be truthful.
If I accidentally ran someone over with my car,
They're dead. What are you gonna do? And no one saw a thing. You could get away scot-free if you just kept driving. Otherwise, you turn yourself in, and face the consequences. What are you gonna do? What would you do?
I feel like I'd have to turn myself in
Yeah.
because of the guilt alone. Like,
Right.
you'd think about that all the time, and you wouldn't be able to get rid of it. Also, because of like their forensics are so crazy nowadays, they'd probably be able to track your tire tread and like even stuff like that, and be
Right.
like, oh, this car went down this lane. There was a camera here 2 miles down the road, and we saw them coming down this road, and then they're like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But mostly because of the guilt, I definitely would have to turn myself in. You'd get a manslaughter charge,
Yeah.
at minimum, which is like a few years.
Turns out this
Could-
guy.
could be more.
Turns out this guy that you killed was like a secret serial killer pedophile, and you took him out. What you found that out? You just find that out real quick.
See, this is an interesting topic, because somebody I know personally hit somebody with their car a
Oh
long time
shit!
ago and killed him. They jumped
Oh,
out in
fuck.
front of his car though, on purpose.
What?
Killed themselves. Yep. And I mean, he didn't get any jail time or anything like that. He got like a a fine, and then the insurance like went way up or something like that.
Yeah.
But he was in court for a long time because of it, but he didn't get any charges or anything like that.
Holy crap.
But this person, I guess, was a hooker, supposedly is what he says.
Oh.
And they jumped out in front of his car with him and his buddy there and killed himself. And they basically their body got ripped apart, like they were scattered all across the road and everything.
The hooker?
Yes. Yeah, so he didn't get any trouble per se because of that, like not jail time or anything. But I mean, he did get a settlement eventually, like a long time down the road, because of this, because of the. He basically told me like he still thinks about it all the time.
Yeah,
like
sure.
randomly at night he'll just think about that, like a person jumping in front of your car and exploding.
Yeah,
Like,
he saw the whole aftermath and all.
Yeah, and he got out and got to see like the leg down the road.
Oh
here,
my God!
Yeah, he told me about that. I was like, oh my God, that's terrible.
That is messed up.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was awful to hear about that. So, but he turned like obviously he went to the police, you know.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I would have to do the same thing.
Right. I mean that's the noble thing to do.
Right. Because just for the fact alone that like you would be thinking about it all the time, like it would just guilt rid you.
Yeah.
Unless you're a psychopath.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're a psychopath, like I mean,
if you're not a normal person, then yeah, you could probably do it and get away with it just fine.
Right.
Like, oh, nobody saw that. Who was she anyways?
Right.
Wow, that got dark.
Just a hooker. She didn't get far in life, did she? Well, actually, she did. She made it all the way down there, and then
one
over
leg
there,
down there, and one leg over there. Oh my God. That's rough.
Is fucked. What if you were president? What would you do?
I would never be president.
Yeah.
First of all,
you think you'd be a bad president?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about anything like that.
I guess I don't either.
I'm only 19.
I don't know. Just imagine, like, yeah, that's fair. I mean, obviously, but I don't know. If you had the power, I'm just assuming that they just. Yeah, I mean, you're the president. You got a lot.
Got some power.
You got some power.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'd choose a better vice president than what we have because she's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Hypocrite piece of shit.
Right. Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. Not kidding. But I don't know if I was president. I guess I'd. Honestly, I have no idea what I'd do. Really, I mean, because no matter what you do, you're the bad guy in someone's eyes. Like you say, Biden, he's the bad guy in the normal people's eyes, and then Trump, he's the bad guy in the idiot's eyes, obviously, because orange man bad, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, no matter what you do, somebody's gonna disagree with you. Nobody's ever gonna like you like entirely. Really, I would stop giving money to other countries that don't, I wouldn't say deserve, but don't need it as much. Like I say, you give $1 billion to the Ukraine again, and then it raises prices for everything in the U.S. here. How does that help your own country?
Right.
Because the economics of it are just stupid. I mean, like, your prices go way up. Everybody hates the president. And I don't know. I feel like COVID was a weapon used against, the government there. Not against it, from the government, to use as a weapon during the elections. And so, like, somebody's told me before, the COVID now is, like, sparking back up. The numbers are going way back up right now because the primary or the midterm elections are coming up. And so they're going to say, oh, well, Biden did this to protect COVID and this to protect COVID. No. So I honestly couldn't tell you, dude. If I was president, I would try to improve the economic status of the United States.
There you go. Good.
That's as far as I can say.
Yeah. That'd be a good start.
What would you do?
Besides that, I don't know if I don't know exactly what he has power like what he can make happen, but I just assuming he can make shit happen.
To an extent, yes.
I would completely change the school system.
Okay.
We would, it would all be like better. It would be better improved. I think like kids should be learning like Spanish and all that stuff, like a second language or whatever, like whenever they're really young.
Right.
Like that should be like, it shouldn't be like a high school class. That should be like I'm talking about like younger. Like they should be learning it then because then they'll be able to retain it a lot better by the time they get up to like high school. And then by the time you're in high school, I figure I don't know if it's a bad idea to then have them have to pick another one that is not like the automatic. I would imagine automatic Spanish is what we would have people learn, and then whenever you get to high school, then you get to choose something other than Spanish to learn. Right. So that way, by the time you're out of high school, every like normal average day kid that goes to school will know 3 languages off the bat. So there's that.
It's very useful because a lot of other countries do that kind of thing. You know,
really?
Like, I know we had an exchange student from Italy there, and it was Tommaso. He spoke like 3 or 4 languages.
Right.
Like Italian, obviously, he spoke that, and he spoke Spanish, he spoke English, and I think he spoke another language as well. Mm-hmm. And then Lucia, the girl I was most friends with, she was from Spain. She spoke Spanish, English, and then something else as well, I think. But I mean, it's not, they don't speak it perfectly.
Right.
But what she told me is they learn Spanish the way that we learn English. So we learn English like properly, like in English class is what I mean. So we learn like they are, like they're, that kind of stuff, grammar as wise. So when she came to America, she was just like I'd say slang, and she did not understand what I meant, like, because she's like, we don't learn that kind of thing, So I'd have to try to explain to her in terms that they can understand of what I meant, and it was actually kind of fun to try to do that kind of thing, but it was also difficult to talk to her because I used to talk to her all the time. But I think you're correct in the form of like learning younger, because I feel like they will, when kids are younger, they're like more like a sponge. They'll soak it up a little better, and they'll remember it more if you learn it, younger. Because when you're in high school, like I only took 1 year of Spanish in high school. I mean, I understand a little bit, but I mean, in real world use, no.
Right.
I cannot understand.
It would be so useful. And
right.
I think school is supposed to be about preparing you for the world.
Right.
So basically, like whenever you have to pay taxes, you have to do this, you have to do that, whatever. That is what the later years of high school should be mainly about. At least maybe the last 2 years, or last year. Whatever. I think it should be like just go over that stuff and like have a class over about world prep, like outside of like school and stuff. That way, like every kid like can like be independent and do what they like in case like they have to be independent. Some kids, like, I don't know, they get thrown out of their homes or something like that, and then they're like I don't know what to do.
Right.
So like that's what school should be there for, to prepare you for the world. But
exactly.
It doesn't really seem to, especially my school I went to.
Yeah.
I had a class that basically you could just like you took notes on for a big part of our business class or whatever. I don't even know why we call it that. During the election time with Trump for the first time, whenever he was like he was having
candidate.
he was having debates with whoever.
Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary. We had to watch those and take like 5 bullet points about something in there, and then she would just then the teacher would just walk around, look it over, and then just walk around, look over someone else's thing, just like they kind of glance at it. A+. All right, cool. And then the rest of the class, you could just get on your computer and do whatever.
Sure.
What a class.
That's not good. Yeah.
No shit.
That's garbage.
It was. But I mean that was essentially that class.
Well, at least you had a business class, really. I mean, we didn't really even have one of those at our school.
Yeah.
Contemporary world issues was one of the classes that we had, and I actually enjoyed that quite a bit. It's technically like people call it's called contemporary world issues, but everybody called it current events. That's what the class was like,
Right.
called. And I liked it because the teacher he'd show us this clip, and it was of CNN News, but then he would talk about the other side of the argument with us and then go over it like that. And that was really good. I really liked that. Except, I mean, even because I know now that he's very, very liberal, like extremely, he did keep it very under wraps that he was like that. He didn't, take a side during school. He was just kind of impartial, which was really cool to me because I had the teacher that replaced him was very not, and she was very liberal, and she didn't care who knew that. And she wanted to make it very obvious.
Yeah.
And so nobody liked her. She lasted about a year and a half, and then she got fired.
Damn.
Because she was a terrible person.
Yeah. Golly.
Anyways.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah, so, I mean, they should have a class that teaches you about, like, real-world issues.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, because they don't. I mean, like, I've learned more since I've been out of high school from my parents than I have in the entire time I was in high school about, like, anything useful anyways.
Yeah.
Like insurance and taxes and, medical stuff and all that kind of stuff. I've learned way more outside of school than I have in school because they need you to learn algebra. And, and
the math system
biology.
as well needs to be corrected as well.
Right.
Like you like certain kids can by all means move on to things like that, but not everybody should have to because that's not something they're going to do with their lives, and they're not going to need it.
I haven't used algebra ever since I've been in high school.
Same. The whole class it's a sham.
Like maybe I've technically used geometry working in instruction, but you don't use formulas like you do in geometry.
Right.
Like I know, like to build things you need to know certain geometry and angles and whatnot and all that stuff. But you can figure that out without these formulas they teach you. So they waste basically, obviously many years of your life teaching you all this stuff that you don't need to know.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it's I don't know. I mean, I liked my teachers for the most part, I think. And especially not knocking my history teachers or anything because I think they were good. But I don't know. I just didn't. It was boring. It was too boring for me to like I was just always just like I just didn't give a crap at all. But nowadays, I've learned more history outside of school than I ever have in school. Because I'll be writing something or something, and I'll need to learn more about this, and then I'll look it up, or something will be interesting, I'll look that up, and then all of a sudden now I find history very, very fascinating, and I kind of want to do like a project that concerns the entire worldview of history and whatever on the channel at some point. But it's I don't know. It's just I feel like maybe certain aspects of history. I don't know, it just needs to be taught in certain, maybe not as much, or just, I don't know, the way to go over history. I don't know. Maybe that's just for me. That's probably just a me thing, really.
I liked my history teachers in high school too, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially one, he was great. Yeah. My favorite.
Yeah.
So I learned quite a bit about history in school because that was my favorite subject, so I loved it.
Yeah, see.
But I feel like I could learn more about history just from my dad because he knows a lot about history and stuff like that. And even my brother, Tyler, he's a big history fanatic and stuff like that. So, they both know more than I do.
Mm-hmm. There might be like a better way to teach it and like not like lose like some kids, like say myself in class, maybe, I don't know, just to be more, I don't know, that way, like, I don't know, that you find some interesting aspects of history and throw that at them first, and let someone like maybe literally latch on to our past. I don't know. That's just random thoughts.
Right. Yeah, Another part of school that I don't really like is that they require you to take so many credits of certain classes, and like so you say like you say, but in history I think you only need like 2 or something like that. Like you only need history is like the minimal that you need. I think. Yeah. Science is 3, math is 3. English is 4. So, I mean, English is 4, that's fine. I mean, when I was a senior, that's the only class I had that was really hard. English 4. But, like, math, I don't think you should be required to take 3 years of math.
Yeah, no.
Because, like you say, a lot of people will never use that, ever.
I stopped, really the only thing I use much now. Like it stops at division, really.
Yeah, like basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That's basically what you need to know.
Yep.
So you could have stopped learning math in 5th grade.
Yep.
I mean, so that's what really bothers me.
Honestly, I do not remember anything from year my 6th grade till 12th, math wise.
How often do you use the Pythagorean theorem?
Oh, every freaking day though. I mean, that one obviously I use.
I've actually had to use that since I've been in classes for college now. Like for what I'm doing, we've had to use that just for the homework. But as far as like real life usage, don't need to use it.
Right.
But since I'm back in school, once again they reinforce that you need this stuff.
Yeah. So things need to change in the schooling system.
I agree.
So that is, I guess, something I would do with that. What did you have? Something else? Okay.
That's that.
And
no harm done.
No harm done. Dang. Yeah. And then, besides that, I would, do some shit to help the planet and all that. That way we, don't, destroy it and live here a little bit longer while we're trying to get to Mars, I guess.
Okay, Elon.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the future is out there.
It's true.
Kind of.
Ish.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're going to get that far. I don't know.
Never know.
I guess you never know.
Technology is constantly evolving.
That is true. That's true.
Hmm.
You ever thought like how was language ever formed? How did that happen?
I've thought about that. That's an interesting concept because I imagine it just was originally an understanding between certain people, and so they, like, you make a certain noise, you grow, or even like a grunt or something like that, or you even like sign language, like use your hands to talk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And people started to understand it. I imagine it had to become like a widespread thing over a long, long time. But that's a hard thing to teach. Like you're like, this is this, this is this. Even like I'm learning sign language slowly here. Like without somebody there, like if you try to learn from a deaf person, it's a lot harder than learning from somebody that's hearing, obviously, because them trying to explain to you what things mean, they have to like either write it out or they have to show you. So like you can say table and they'll show you, or they'll point at it and then they'll show you the sign for it, and you're like, okay. So it had to have been a long evolving process. But then you think about the fact that there's so many languages.
Yeah.
And you're like, how do these all form? And they're all very different.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them, like Spanish, English, Italian, they all come from like a Latin base. So they evolved from that.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of English words are from Latin, especially a lot of Italian words are. So I imagine they evolved from that, but somewhere along the line, a lot of people had to speak the same language,
Mm-hmm.
So that's my take on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's my answer is aliens.
So we're gonna learn a new language whenever aliens come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be like, hey, this time, one language. You guys fucked it up. We gave you the starting points. You fucked it up. All right?
How could you?
How could you? English was the correct one.
How could you?
No, English could not have been the correct one. English is so
English is very hard to learn.
Yeah, there's so many dumb things about it. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about like earlier with Lucia, the exchange student. She's like, why do so many words in English mean the same thing? Like, two. Why is there 3 twos?
Right.
There. Why is there so many there's?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like she's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like all the words mean the same thing.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I understand. Like I don't know. I wasn't there when it was written.
Yeah, I know.
If I had a choice, I probably would have changed it. But
yeah. Let's make our new language. If you could meet somebody, alive or dead, who would it be and why? Anybody.
Probably have to be my grandpa. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mom and my grandma have both told me that I'm like him quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would really like to meet him. He died way before I was born.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd really like to meet him. They say I'm like him in the form of like I like to keep like my vehicle nice and clean and stuff like that, like in meticulous.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've heard, especially from them. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say him.
Yeah. Shit.
I would say other than like family, if I had to meet somebody that was like alive or dead, well, that's a hard one.
I got an answer for alive and dead, and then I got an answer for family.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cheat and do 3.
Okay. That's not cheating. I mean, it's part of the topic.
Yeah.
Let's just see. I'm trying to think of somebody like famous, you know, that I'd like to meet that's dead or something, or alive even.
It could be someone way back in history that you might have thought
Right.
would be interesting to get to know,
Right.
or pick their brain on something or whatever they're fucking thinking, or someone who died recently, or as for the dead one, and then alive.
Come back to me on that. You go ahead and do yours.
Okay, mine are pretty straightforward. Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I would definitely love to meet Freddie Mercury. Farouk Balsara. He's a bloody legend. I don't know. And then I would have to hear him sing.
Right.
Obviously, I would be like Dance Monkey.
Dance.
I brought you back.
Dance.
Just do it. Yeah. Probably Freddie Mercury, I guess. Just because I'll never be able to hear him live or anything like that.
Right.
It'd be nice to. And then the other one is
That's alive.
It's alive. Yeah. Can you guess?
Probably Harry Styles.
Oh my God, you got it! It's another singer.
Yeah.
Harry Styles. Oh my God, I would love that so much. And then I would hug him, and then never let go. So, and he'd be okay with it.
I'm sure.
He would be. He'd get over Olivia Wilde.
Right.
But yeah, there's that. Also, as for the family thing, Bo.
This is true as well. Yes.
Yeah. Who I'm kind of named after.
Yeah.
So, because I don't know, I always hear about him.
Right.
But never. I mean, I don't know much about him. It's kind of like his. I mean, obviously, it's a sad thing to bring up.
Right.
I mean, I won't truly understand that, and I hope I don't understand the passing of a sibling or a child or something like that.
Right.
I don't want that. But so I understand why family don't really bring him. I understand why my family don't really bring him up much, but
Yeah.
I at the same time just kind of feel like his memory is just fading away with like that. Once they're gone, like he will never be remembered. As sad as, like, I'm not trying to be blunt and rude about that. It's just like
Right.
I genuinely want to ask and know more about him.
Yeah, it's kind of not much known about him to me anyways.
I don't know jack about him.
Yeah.
Like, all I know is I think he held me once. I believe there's a picture of that. And I mean, obviously he's my mom's brother,
Right.
grandparents, son, obviously. And that people have said me and him would get along, and that I think I've been told that I remind them of him, but I don't know. But again, I wouldn't know.
Right.
He hasn't been described to me like how he was exactly, and I mean, that's fine.
Yep.
If
All I've heard from people is that he was very construction and mechanically inclined as far as that goes.
Really?
Yeah, that's
I didn't
interesting
know
to me.
that.
Yeah, that's what I've been told from people. That so. I mean, I would like to know him.
Yeah, and we're talking about our uncle Bo.
Yeah.
By the way, who passed away from cancer. Yeah, but yeah, huh? Interesting.
So
Yeah. Anyways, that would be who I would
it's a good one.
bring back, just so I can meet. him.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
So. But yeah. Gosh, this is
Got dark again.
It's all getting dark. This whole thing.
Yeah. You'll have that on the big jobs.
I mean, pretty much. Oh, did you answer the question?
I don't really know.
You don't know
Somebody that I'd like to
anybody-
meet, like
nobody
that's
in-
alive.
nobody in. I don't know. Someone that's Besides the family.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Just knowing you're really interested all that much to meet. They don't even have to be famous, really.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's all right if you don't have an answer.
Maybe Boyd Crowder.
Oh my God, Walton Goggins.
Yeah,
dude?
Walton Goggins. I feel like he'd be a good one to meet. I feel like
dude.
he'd be very friendly.
Dude, yeah, and that smile.
Yeah,
that blinds you.
That'd kill me.
Oh my God.
I was just trying to think of somebody famous. Like,
I didn't even think about.
I was thinking of my favorite band is Midland, and I'd like to meet them as well. But I feel like you could go see them in concert anytime you wanted to, or something like that. So it's not that big of a thing.
Yeah. I also said Alive or Dead as well. I look, this is just a serious question here.
Okay.
If two telepaths read each other's mind, would there be audio feedback?
Yes. I think so.
Oh, you think so?
I do think so. There's a show called Heroes where this happens, and
really?
They literally like their brains start to hurt, and they get just like a ringing noise, and it just hurts their heads. Man, I want to watch that now. That's a great show.
That's funny.
My dad showed that to me when I was very young. I love that show.
I know you've talked about it.
Yeah, I love that show. But yeah, there's a guy named Matt Park in that show, and he tries to read this other guy's mind, and I think it's his dad because his dad has the same power. I think it might have been somebody else, but they like. It's funny, whenever he tries to read somebody's mind, he always makes a face like he's like focusing really hard.
Yeah.
And then the other person was doing the same thing, and then you see them looking at each other, and then like it just like they just look like and it hurts their head, So
that's funny.
It's basically just like radio feedback, like exactly like you said.
Dang.
So yeah, I think yes.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind next time. I'll have to be careful because I'm a telepath.
Are you?
Yeah. I can read minds.
What am I thinking of?
You are thinking. Oh, dude, that's. We can't say that. That's messed up.
Don't listen to him.
Always listen to me.
If you had the chance to travel anywhere in the world right now, free of cost, where would you go?
Honestly, I'd want to go somewhere like Asia.
Really?
Yeah. I'd be interested to see that. I don't know, somewhere like that. I don't know, that or Japan or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I like their culture. I like I like the design of everything that I see, like their homes and all that. Like it's just all sorts of. It just looks cool.
Right.
I don't know. It just seems like a cool place to go. You could see the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool to see as well.
There's that one. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be most interested there. I can't really think. Maybe also Africa.
Cool.
Right off the top of my head, what about you?
I think I'd like to see Alaska, Canada.
Alaska.
Really.
Okay, Jesse.
Alaska.
Tell me.
Well, Alaska has so many like beautiful places to see, as well as like the northern lights up there, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I would love to just travel up there. Also, I love the cold, and then you love that. You know that. So
yeah.
I would love to see Alaska. I know my dad would probably love to see Alaska as well, just because of the views and the mountains to hike up there. So I feel like that'd be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you look up, pictures of Alaska are just beautiful. So like, I don't mean to go like to the cities in Alaska or anything like that. I don't care much for that. But like the rural, like not per se tourist attractions up there, because it's not obviously a tourist attraction for too many people because it's a long way.
Mm-hmm.
But like the scenic beauty of it is just amazing, because I know I went to Yellowstone here 2 years ago now, I think. And it was amazing to see Yellowstone, and then the Badlands, and then I think it was Rocky Mountain National Park out there. No, it wasn't that. It was a national park we went to out there. It was beautiful out west.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved South Dakota a lot. Black Hills, that's what it was, Black Hills. I loved it out there. And I wouldn't mind living out there, honestly. But I would also love to see Alaska, just because of the cold. I love the cold. I wouldn't mind living somewhere where it's cold all the time.
That's like, crazy, dude.
Right now,
I'm not that way
I
at
know.
all. That's crazy.
Right now, like it's like 100 degrees outside, and I'm stayed in the house the whole day because it's ridiculously hot out there.
Yeah. I love having the AC like really cold in here and shit.
Yeah.
But like I would not want.
I like working in the cold.
So
I used to work construction for 2 years.
winter as much as possible.
Oh yeah, I mean as long as it's not miserably cold. Like in Alaska, obviously they have blizzards and stuff like that, you know. But you're not gonna be out there when it's doing that. So.
Right.
I mean, I like the cold. I just don't like the salt on the roads when it snows. Ruins your vehicle. Damn. But yeah, I think I'd go to Alaska. I like Alaska. I saw Yellowstone right now is having a big problem with. There's been some flooding going on there, and it took out a huge main road going into the north end of the park. And so they say it could be closed up to 2 years for that.
Damn.
Wow.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
So if you could have a superpower, what would it be? I don't know if we've asked that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a rough one. There's so many to choose from.
There is. There's a lot of interesting ones.
I would be torn between like super strength and flight.
Yeah.
Because I would really love to be able to fly, but also super strength to be super useful, especially for what I do. You know, like construction type work.
Yeah.
And
then you also got like mind reading. You could learn everything.
There's so much you could do. I mean, nobody's gonna choose invisibility, right? Because that makes you a perv.
Okay, I'll change another one. Change my answer.
I mean, if you had to choose only one.
Teleportation without clothes.
All right, this isn't The Boys.
that show.
I'd probably have to choose super strength personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be the most useful for everything. I mean, nobody would mess with you.
You've seen Chronicle, right?
No.
I have not shown that to you. Okay. Well, that movie is basically all about telekinesis.
Okay.
And so that is probably what I would do. Because, I mean, hey, remote's over there.
That's true, too. That's a good one.
Yeah, so I like that, but also something that I never thought of until I saw that movie is that, like, you yourself are an object.
So you can make yourself fly.
Yeah, so they made themselves, like, lift up.
Yeah.
And at first, I mean, it's like they're just, like, suspended in air, just kind of, like, drifting or whatever.
Maybe I have seen that. I don't know.
Then I feel like I've had to have shown it to you by now.
Chronicle.
And then they end up, like, flying like it's no big deal.
Huh.
It's like it's filmed like it's like a found footage type thing. Yeah. That's how it's filmed.
Okay. Oh, it's got the guy from
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the Green Goblin.
Yeah, the Green Goblin, yeah.
The
I still don't think I've seen it though.
The Hobgoblin or whatever.
Yeah.
Not the good.
Yeah, he's what's
Andrew
his name?
Garfield's
Harry Osborn in that movie.
Right. Okay, well then, crap, I gotta show that to you. Yeah, because it's also got Miles, whatever his name is.
Morales.
No, it's the actor.
Huh. Miles?
Yeah, that's his name.
Michael B. Jordan?
No, not that guy.
He's in there.
Oh no, dude, never mind. He's not. I totally got that actor confused with the other dude. Never mind, it's not him.
Okay. So the main three actors in this, it says, is Dane DeHaan, which is the Green Goblin guy.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan and Alex Russell.
Yeah, Alex Russell. I thought he was Miles Teller or whatever.
Yeah. Gotcha.
He kind of reminds me of
I kind of feel like you have maybe showed that to me before, but it's been a while.
Might have been a long time. It's such a good. Well, I mean, it's really good. It's definitely interesting to watch.
I feel like it'd be worth watching and looking at it. I mean,
yeah. So
I'll have to do that later.
Yeah.
Cool.
But telekinesis, yeah, because you can move things, you can move yourself and fly. So basically, I'm cheating and I get two powers.
That's cool because telekinesis could be. You could use it like the Force too. You could keep people away from you and stuff like that.
Yes, dude. Dude, have you ever seen a movie called Jumper?
No.
Oh, that stars Hayden Christensen.
What?
And it also has Samuel L. Jackson.
Cool.
So 2 stars from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And but
two
anti-hero. Enemies.
Enemies. That's what it's called.
Yeah, and because Hayden Christensen plays a person who his power is teleportation.
Okay.
Yeah, and they call them jumpers because he just.
Yep.
And that's how he gets There's a scene where he the remote's like on this long couch, but on the other end of it, on the other armrest. So he's like, ugh, And it just teleports right next to it and just like turns on TV. It's like that's the type of stuff he uses it for.
Nice.
But then, but Samuel Jackson's character is all about taking down those jumpers.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that. That
Yeah.
and Push, which also is another super powered movie.
Yeah.
Which I think that one stars Chris Evans.
Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of no name superpower films. Well, I mean, not no name.
No name.
Not known. Not as known, I guess.
Right.
But
Underground films almost.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think I just have to go with super strength still. I mean, I don't know why that one sticks with me, but
yeah.
I feel like, you know, if you could choose more than one, obviously you'd want to have like Superman's powers, you know.
Dude,
like,
I mean, I would want something that I could like use like firebending or something, like something to fight with.
right.
And then I would probably be a vigilante.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean,
Stop crying.
see, in my mind, invulnerability, what, you know, like you can't get hurt by stuff, and super strength kind of go together, but obviously they don't, you know, like,
Right.
Because most people that have super strength, like they are, you know, they can't really get hurt, like, you know, like Homelander and Superman and all that kind of stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
so, but I mean, and Omni-Man.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know, but and they can also fly and use laser eyes and stuff like that. So,
Right.
so yeah, if you could choose a person's power to have, what would you do?
If
Like any hero's power.
like
Any hero in like any universe, Marvel,
Marvel,
DC, anything like that.
That's a good.
If you say Captain Marvel, I'm gonna end this podcast.
Oh, but she's so heroic and like I love her so much and woman power. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson sucks. Ugh. Anyway, let's see. I don't know. Remember that like we were talking about earlier, that dude with the scream power.
Yeah,
that's
the dude
interesting.
from the new movie.
He can't talk.
No.
That sucks. From
Yeah.
what Doctor
Yeah, the
Strange.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that one.
Couldn't talk
That's
because he'll kill people if he does.
be a crappy power.
I mean, you have no friends probably, but
I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. What would be a good power? Like, I'm trying to think of like from the Marvel movies. I don't know. Maybe Hulk.
yeah.
As long as I.
Is it like old Hulk or like the newer Hulk that can?
I like the newer one. That
But he's like always Hulk.
smart. Well, I mean, if I could change.
It's like because he's always Hulk. I think he can't control whether he goes back to Banner or not because he's like Banner with Hulk's power.
That's dumb.
So by that aspect, you'd be basically super strength.
Shit. I'm not trying to choose your power. Screw you.
I mean, if I had to choose one, really, I mean, Doctor Strange is pretty powerful if you think about it. I mean, he has the power to do a whole lot of things. I mean,
Dude, yeah.
like he has powers he doesn't even know about, you know, and stuff like that. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's not the Sorcerer Supreme anymore, but
Apparently not. Technicality.
technicality, I was gone for 5 years.
Yeah.
But you know who I wouldn't choose? Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they showed some interesting advantages in The Boys.
Oh my god, that was disgusting.
We'll end that there. Hey, what's your favorite color?
Black.
For real?
Yeah. I used to have a black truck.
That's ironic.
Love that thing.
Is your favorite color really black?
It is.
Wow. I would not. Wow. Okay.
I know. I used to wear only black shirts like all the time.
Hmm.
I just need more of them. I don't have like many that fit super well anymore. So
Interesting.
I have a lot of free shirts from my girlfriend now, where she used to work at.
Yeah.
They're all Carhartt shirts because people boycotted Carhartt because they enforced the vaccine on their employees, and so people stopped buying it. I'm like, I don't care. Give
Yeah.
the shirts to me for free.
They shouldn't have enforced
So
that.
I got like 15 shirts for free. Swear to God.
Yeah.
For these.
They still shouldn't have enforced that.
No. But I don't care though. I'm not gonna stop shopping there
Right.
or shopping their brand. You know. So yeah, all these shirts that I have with the little pockets and the Carhartt stuff, they're all for free. I got like 15 for free. and polos. 3 polos.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Ab.
What's your favorite food?
I don't have a favorite food.
Don't have a favorite food.
Well, okay, no, this is not fair. My favorite food is my mom's spaghetti. No pun intended, Eminem. Seriously, my mom's baked spaghetti is my favorite food of all time.
Yeah.
And I really need to learn how to make it because I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Baked spaghetti with cheese, like cheese baked on top of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that so much. You can ask my girlfriend and my mom and anybody. My favorite food is absolutely baked spaghetti.
Right.
What about you?
I'm a fan of. I'm a connoisseur of chicken.
Yeah, I know you like chicken. You don't eat my chicken though, like my kind of chicken.
You've never offered to make it.
I got some right now. I'll make it for you right now.
Oh, will you?
Grilled chicken.
Oh, wow.
You wouldn't like it. It's kind of plain.
Oh, then probably not.
It's basically just seasoned chicken.
Hmm.
Grilled chicken, so you probably wouldn't like it. But I know you like chicken tenders.
Oh, dude.
Fried chicken.
Dude, you won't ever know what I've had back in the day. We used to have these Tyson chicken strips, and then they got rid of them. I guess for some reason they came back many years later, kind of, and they taste. It's the best chicken strips ever. And Tyson got rid of them.
You seem a little upset.
I'm a little upset. My parents know full well the trauma of those chicken strips. I used to have them every Friday.
Every Friday, it was a routine.
It was a routine, pretty much. I always looked forward to having those. They were so good. Oh my God. I'm so sad now.
I bet.
But besides chicken strips, which I love a lot, probably fish, tilapia, crab legs. Crab legs. I like crab legs.
I do too. I love crab legs, and I haven't had them in years. I had the opportunity there to come down to your parents and have those, but I was busy with my own family, and I was so upset because I love crab legs.
I know, because that's usually what we have for our birthdays. Yeah, there's a lot of people with birthdays in July. I'm not really happy about it. Like, I wish you people could just stop being born in that month.
I was born in July.
Yeah, I know.
July 1st.
Stop it.
Why?
Like, you literally, could you not have just been born like the day before?
My brother was born.
You would have been born in June.
I was supposed to be born on the same day as my brother, July 13th.
Yeah.
And I guess he was pissed about it because he was like 12 or 11 whenever I was supposed to be born.
Yeah.
And my mom had the flu and she was sick, and so they induced labor early.
Damn.
And so I was born on the 1st. It's a good month to be born. I was born on the 1st. My best buddy, was born on the 3rd. And then Ryan was born on the 13th, and Nick was the 22nd.
Yeah. And his daughters are both in July as well.
Anyways, July is a great month to be born in.
Yeah. Also, my favorite color, red, and also I also like purple. So purple has become a favorite of mine. I just like the color. Don't judge.
I'm judging.
You're judging.
Hard.
I know you are.
Hardcore.
Hard judge. You wanna end this with just pitching me a movie?
Pitching you a movie.
Yeah. If you had to if you could make a movie, what kind of movie would you make?
Oh man.
I went from favorite color to pitch me a movie.
Yeah, that's a hard one to ask off the top of my head. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I know my brother's answer.
It's like a perfect movie where nothing bad ever happens. It's just good all the time.
It's not entertaining, Nick.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Man, I don't know.
What's the type of movie? What type of movies do you like? Generally.
Depends.
Yeah.
I like action movies somewhat, but not like overly packed action movies where it's only action the whole time. I hate that. Like is probably controversial, but Mission Impossible movies, I don't like them at all. Hate them.
Never watched them.
Same thing as John Wick. Hate those movies.
I haven't really given them a chance.
I've seen one. Don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought.
And they're all the same way, according to people I've heard.
Yeah.
And I don't care to watch those.
Yeah.
Really, a movie I would love to make is like a better live action Avatar movie. That's something I would really enjoy to make.
That's good.
I know they're making the live action series right now, but like the live action movie they made was so god awful that I've envisioned a better movie in my head.
So have I.
I've also envisioned something I would probably make is a movie about like I really am fascinated with the airbenders, before the genocide. So I'd like to see a prequel movie of like what their story was like, because I've looked into the Avatar wiki online there and stuff like that, and like looked into the history of them and everything like that. And so I would like to see a movie made about like Monk Gyatso when he was a kid and like his uprising and stuff like that. So that's probably what I would make.
I think they're going to start fleshing out a lot more stuff whenever they get the ball rolling here.
I hope so, because I'm really interested, especially like I've always been interested in the the airbenders, because I think that there's so much you don't know about them. You know a lot about the Fire Nation and the Earth Kingdom and the Water Tribe and everything like that. And and there's people there to tell you about their history. But Aang is only 12 in the show, and so he doesn't. I mean, he knows most of it, but like not all of it. And then all the temples, like I personally, you're probably gonna hate this too.
Okay.
But I hated that they made the other temple into like what's his name? They made it like the factory kind of setting, with
he had like a factory going.
Yeah, like with the guy there
making stuff for the Fire
Yeah,
Nation.
yeah, exactly. I hate they moved. I hated that he moved in there and destroyed like all the old stuff that was there in the artifacts. History. Yeah, I hated that so much. So I liked that they were in Legend of Korra. They were restoring the old temples and stuff like that. That was really cool to me.
Mm-hmm. What do you think I would be against that?
I don't know. I feel like you would like the modernization of it, stuff like that. Because I mean, I really like the old. I know you're more of a fan of Legend of Korra than Avatar.
I am,
and I'm not. I like Avatar a lot better because I like the. I know you love Legend of Korra, so I love the old style of Avatar, like the old world,
Yeah.
More simple, older kind of vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
I like that. Yeah. No, I've definitely thought about those movies and like how they could have done them. They could like split each like season into 2 films.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I haven't watched the Avatar live action movie since it came out ever.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they left it off to a point where they thought they were going to make another one.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, they did basically the entire movie.
Yeah.
Entire season. They ended it with like him, like I don't know, like getting himself prepared for the continuing journey. And then they also set up Azula, that ending scene. Yeah. At the end of book 1.
Yes.
So yeah, no, he totally intended to continue with these movies.
Right.
He thought they were going to be a success.
Right.
They were not.
They were bad.
Bad choices. We should watch that again sometime.
I was thinking about that just now.
We could do a reaction.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
First ever reaction video.
It'd be very bad. The reaction.
But we'll just freaking troll it. We'll put the mics up over here. We'll put the mics on us or whatever, and we'll just watch it.
There you go.
Yeah, we won't need the headphones or anything. We'll just have it close.
Perfect.
Could be interesting. Anyways, what
kind of movie would you make?
I would love to see a horror movie, where you see like the killer is about to like, I don't know, kill somebody, and then it's like you hear like the audience talk, and it's like and they're like, no, don't go in there, or something like that. Like they say something like that to the hero or whatever. Like where the
right.
yeah. And then someone's like, what the heck did I just hear? And then like they just kind of go with it because like somebody else ignores that voice that they all heard.
All right.
And they're like, oh my God, God's talking to us or something. But it's actually this is actually just a movie and or something. It's weird, and somehow they're like talking to each other.
Interactive kind of thing. Yeah.
And maybe I'll try to flesh that out and make that even like a reason for why they can hear each other.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really so much matter as it's just a joke. So like, and somebody will get killed by the killer that wasn't listening to the voice or whatever, and then basically the whole rest of the movie is just listening. Is just these people just being guided by this audience, and maybe there's like an audience member that wants to fuck over the people, and it's like, oh yeah, no, don't listen to them, no, go that way, no, that way, or whatever, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I think it would be funny. A funny idea. It's just like I always thought, like if people could just hear us through the screen, they would be much better off. And then I was just like, ooh, that'd be a cool idea for a movie. So
nice.
Yeah. Anyways.
Good one.
Yeah. That was just off top of my head.
I think you've said that before to me.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. It's been in the back of my mind. I haven't like ever wrote it down or anything. It's just like something I thought of.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. All right. So we can probably wrap this up there.
It's been a good podcast.
Yeah. We just this has been the true essence of winging it, I think.
Yep.
I came into this with a bunch of questions, hoping to derive some great conversation. I think we did.
I think it was fine.
I think it was fine. And then I don't know. Next time we'll talk about actual topics or something, and then we can come back and do this some other time maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
If you like. Next time I'll actually have them pre-done. We just kind of were like, hey, you want to do a podcast today?
That's how it always goes, really.
That is how all these podcasts have gone so far. Hey, you just want to do a podcast? Yeah, sure, why not?
Of course.
So, yeah. Anyways, this has been the
Backstreet Boys Podcast.
And just remember to wear your seatbelt and eat your vegetables. This has been Zach.
And Alex.
And Das Vidanya.
That means goodbye.
That means goodbye. Why do I always fuck it up? So I can be a tyrant?
I mean, that's a little different.
Okay, a lot of people loved Hitler.
Were you there?